in, flag throwers. It is Wednesday, July 2nd, and holy hell, we have so much to get into. The NFL, the league that never sleeps, has 2 former All-Pros traded for each other.
Crazy.
Absolutely absurd.
Insane.
We got contract negotiations that some are going good and some are kind of shit. And then we got a whole bunch.
That was funny.
We got a whole bunch of NBA free agency. I swear to God, Shams Charania sounded like the ex that would not leave you alone because he blew up my phone probably about 30 times last night.
During our other recording.
Yeah, part of the league.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got a lot of Shams Charania news drops to get into about NBA free agency, but we got all that and more coming up. But just real quick, you already found us. And if you like us enough and want to see us grow and thrive and get bigger and better guests and opportunities, please just take that 3 seconds out of your day. You probably don't even have to scroll, but just in case you do. There's this icon that looks like this. I'm going to need you to hit that.
Yeah.
And then there's a little button that says subscribe. If you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us, please. We are extremely grateful for all of you who already have and will subscribe to the podcast because that is how we grow and get bigger and better opportunities to give you guys better experiences. So please, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. And if you really enjoy the content, please spread the word to other people you know who enjoy sports or want to get more into sports because we kind of keep it simple, keep it to where casuals can get in line. But yes, please do that. If you're on audio, please drop a like, drop a follow,
and
drop
still
a 5-star review. And yes, please still share it. We're extremely grateful for you flag throwers. And also, so I don't bury the lead this time, this week, the Kyler Murray edition. All right, let's get into it. NFL talk going up first. All right, Jordan, I think this should be your segment.
Okay, I'll lead it. Let's go.
Shit.
Yeah, here we go. All right. So if anybody's been following the NFL lately, there's been a blockbuster trade between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen Ramsey and all-pro, former all-pro Jalen Ramsey and former all-pro Micah Fitzpatrick have been traded. And I don't remember the last time. For each other. And I don't remember the last time.
Did somebody say boom?
Yeah. I don't remember the last time there was a player-for-player trade that was straight up like this. But before we get into it, we also do, preface the other part of the trade. Tight end Jonnu Smith, who the Steelers have been looking at for a couple of weeks already, are we going to get him? Are we not going to get him? We ended up getting Jonnu Smith for a late round pick swap. We gave them a 5th. They gave us Jonnu and a 7th. So, it is what it is. So let's get into it a little bit more. For you guys that don't know, only thing I got on my phone that really gives me notifications is Bleacher Report, and Bleacher Report's really slow. So Cole is my Sham. He's my rap report. Every time there's a big move, he hits my phone. So this is how it goes. Boom. I'm at work, chilling, scanning documents, digitizing, whatever. Hit my phone. I'm like, oh, it's my boy. What is he saying? We got Jalen Ramsey.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, we probably gave up like a 2nd, maybe a 1st. If we gave up a 1st, as long as it's for 2027, I'm cool. I'm good. Nah. 5 minutes later, Cole hits my phone. What the fuck? You traded Mika? I went straight to Safari. My jaw dropped. My heart dropped. I literally, in the span of 5 minutes, it was a roller coaster of emotion. I went from absolutely loving the trade. I didn't care what we gave up until I realized we gave up a cornerstone of the franchise. So now I'm hurting.
What the hell going on?
I'm hurting. And before I let you get into it, bro, I want to say I was watching some Cam Hayward's podcast while I was at work. He's shocked. He was absolutely shocked. Like, he's usually, the front office usually tells Cam about stuff. Like, he helped recruit Russell Wilson. He helped recruit Aaron Rodgers. Whenever they're making big moves, they usually let Cam know. The fact that Cam didn't know was completely shocked. And he said it himself. He said not to take away anything from the new players because I'm excited that they're going to be here. But it's Minka. It's an all-pro, game changer, leader on the defense. And that's going to be hard to replace. And that's exactly what he said, word for word. And I agree wholeheartedly. So, bro, you know how I feel. I'm just very meh about it. I don't think this really moves the needle at all. It's just horizontal.
It did till it didn't.
Till it didn't. It literally was like, yeah. And then it just bang. But you let me know what you think, bro.
Bro, if we aired out our messages, you will literally see me saying that you trading for Jalen Ramsey made you Super Bowl contenders. Because I did not think you were trading Minka freaking Fitzpatrick, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I thought it was a first-round pick at most.
Hurting inside.
And you know what's even crazier? Like, not to even rain on your parade, but like, the Miami Dolphins GM.
He's
why?
awful. He's awful.
The Miami Dolphins are overpaying Tua. They're paying Tyreek and Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
Why? They're strapped for cash. Why are they not going for draft picks to get young, controllable, cheap talent?
That's what I'm saying. And if you're going to get, well, Minka's young enough. He's 28. He's young enough. He's still going to be playing.
But he's a paid man.
True. I will also say, I get where you're coming from. I don't think it was smart for them because it's in the sense of your biggest need was corner. You got rid of your best corner. Okay, I get it. You weren't trying to pay him a certain amount, which I get. But at the same time, you trade him. You plug a need, which is safety, and you got one of the top 10 safety. That's good. But still, this doesn't help you out in any way. It's just like the Steelers. For both sides, it didn't make sense. It doesn't help either out anyway. And you lost the tight end, which is why we'll get into news, but that's why you made the move that you made today, which was announced. We'll get into it later. But I don't know. It's just, it doesn't really make sense.
What's more valuable for your defense? An all-around safety or a lockdown corner?
Lockdown corner.
Exactly. So
you can find a safety anyway. Safeties are easier to find in a corner.
Technically, you filled a bigger need.
Technically, we did, yes.
Yeah,
technically.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
technically. But you got to think of it. Well, you already know, because what I'll say about you is, given that your fiance is also a Steeler fan, you watch a lot of Steeler football. So you know,
every single game.
You of all people are qualified to know what Minka meant to that defense, even if the stats didn't show it for like the last 2 years.
It's just, but like watching Terrell Austin call a play.
He's
awful.
He's
so dumb.
You of all people know. I've been saying for years, that he's terrible. I say it every year. Cole can back me up. I say it every year. He's trash. I wish. We talked about it numerous times. The fact that we let Brian Flores out the building still pisses me off. Bro, pisses me off to this day that they thought that it was smart to let him walk and keep Terrell Austin.
B-Flow.
Bro.
I'm happy you let B-Flow walk.
Bro. The highest paid defense, they're still good, but they can be even better if you actually had a defensive coordinator that knew how to put your guys in positions. You put DJ. This is going on a tangent that I didn't want to get into, so I'm just going to cut it after this. Yeah. You put TJ Watt on the left side of the field. You keep him there on the left side of the field. You don't think he's going to get erased in the second half of the season? Move him around. Move him around.
He's good enough to where they can leave him on the left. They just need to scheme it right.
Yes, but if you want him to have the impact that he usually does, he can't get chipped 4 times every play like he was at the back half of the season. You're playing good teams like the Chiefs and the Eagles. He did nothing. Why? Because they sent 4 people at him every play.
Yeah, but you should just blitz from the right side, and then they got to choose either two unprotected or chipping TJ Watt.
But I'd rather have – tell me you wouldn't rather have TJ on a one-on-one on a mismatch on the right side where Highsmith is, and then flip him to the other side versus you having a blitz on that side that's not a guarantee. And if you have a smart enough quarterback, it's probably going to get picked up.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're going for.
But yeah, and also real quick on the defensive coordinator thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but old Michael Tomlin was a DC too. And that defense is not normally whatever side of the ball the head coach comes from, that's normally
is usually
their calling
better.
card. Yeah. I don't know.
Our defense is very first 8 weeks locked down, arguably the best in the league, and then you fall off a cliff, and the communication is awful in the second half.
I think they don't adapt.
Yeah, it's very vanilla. It's very vanilla. Very vanilla. I will say that, and I think, like we say, we have the talent. As far as defense, we're top 3 in talent. I'd say you guys, us, the Eagles, in no particular order. You can put it where you want. Yeah, Broncos too is up there.
They're flirting with it.
They're definitely up there too. But as far as talent wise, top 3 is definitely Ravens, Eagles, and Steelers. In my opinion,
number 1 in money. I know that much.
Yeah. So
I think the Ravens have the best defense in football now.
I think you guys will this year, but
just
we'll
because of Jair. I think
we'll do it in our predictions. You'll see, but right now I got you guys winning it all. You guys are the best team in the league right now.
That'd be sick. Don't get my hopes up.
Remember I picked you guys last year too. I just don't let me down this year. And you know, I don't want you guys to win, but if you do win, I'm not gonna be.
Dog, I'm not gonna be 10 years old last time the Ravens won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be pissed. It's gonna be enjoyable to watch.
It's been a long, long damn time, dude.
And you know, I'm a Lamar fan. I'm a Lamar fan.
Dude, I literally posted a meme on our socials. If you don't follow us, go check us out at FlagontheTake on all available socials. But I literally posted the meme of like, it was like POV when bro says that Lamar isn't going to win a ring. And it's like John Cena like in this dude's like face screaming. And I made the caption like, I had to stand on business for my quarterback real quick. But yeah, bro, this was your therapy session. I'm glad you got it out.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I needed to.
But it kind of leads into the next part because you're not out of the storm yet. So now your entire offseason, DK Metcalf paid. Jalen Ramsey technically paid.
Yeah, at least for a year.
You technically paid Jonnu Smith too because you gave him a little bit of a bump.
An extension, yeah, $12 million.
Darius Slay, you like kind of paid. I forget how much money.
It's still a 1 year. I think it's only like $7 million, $6-7 million. That's not a lot.
Who else am I missing? You gave out one other extension.
Who else? Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott got paid. He got paid.
So it's the fact
rightfully so. He had a career year.
Well, yeah, these guys are getting paid. Now, granted, obviously not all of them are going to be like, QB money, but still people getting new money paid to them before old Trent Jordan's getting his. How do you think he's feeling right now watching everyone? Because Omar Khan's like, you get an extension, you get an extension, you get an extension. Not TJ.
Now, you know how I was saying I wasn't worried?
You're worried.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I know you are.
After this Minka stuff, I would not be surprised if it happened.
Teams are calling.
I know. If it's okay, I'm going to tell you what I want. If we trade TJ, I want at least either 2 1s or I want a 1 in a decent pass rusher. Somebody that's still going to give me double digits. I know that's asking for a lot. But when you're talking about a top 3 defensive player in football, I think it's warranted. If you give me, say, okay, I'm trying to think who's kind of
here, while you think of that, listen, this is what I was going to say. It's not that he's not worthy of it. Odds are, though, the team that's trading for him, do they have a double-digit guy to even give up in the first place? That's where I'm like, I'm not saying that he's not worth that. Like,
unless it's somebody like the Eagles who can flip one of their good young talents for a TJ.
That's true, or like a Commanders or Lions or something.
Because if it's like the Eagles, they're never ever in a million years going to give up Jalen Carter, but give me like a Jordan Davis. Give me like a
Jordan Davis is a good pick.
Like a Nolan Smith. Give me something like that.
Nakobe Dean.
Oh, Nakobe Dean. We got a decent linebacking core. I would rather have like pass rushing than like a 3 down.
Okay, well, because Patrick Queen is certified cheeks. But...
Yeah. He played better in the second half. I'm having higher hopes for him because he definitely balled in the second half of the season.
No, I'm just the number one Patrick.
I get it. Yeah.
It's all spite.
Yeah.
It's all spite.
I get it. Yeah. He played better in the second half, so I'm hoping that. Also, I don't know how healthy Cole Holcomb's going to be, but when Cole's healthy, he's a dog. And
thank you.
Yeah. You're funny. And Peyton Wilson's a dog, certified. So like, we got a good linebacking core.
If he can keep his knees intact, he's a dog.
Yeah, because he has no ACLs.
He has 0.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's supposed to have 2. He has 0.
That's crazy. Hey, at least they can't tear. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
And then the last piece of Steelers news. So like, allegedly, well, not allegedly, but Mark Kaboli reported that Calvin Austin is wide receiver 2. So
yeah,
I mentioned I remember how you said you wanted another wide receiver. They said Jonnu was going to be like the Isaiah Likely role. They're going to split him out in the slot.
They'll still get another receiver.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think they still go out and get Gabe
Davis?
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be a splash. Like you said, I think it'll be a Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper. I think it'll be one of those two.
Dude, how is Amari Cooper and Keenan
Allen
not
understand.
signed? How are they not signed?
Only reason I'm cutting Keenan Allen off because Keenan went on the podcast and he said he's interested in A-Rod, but he's not interested in the Steelers. So I'm putting him out of the equation anyway. It doesn't really make any sense. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to do, dude. So I'm taking Keenan Allen off. Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis. I'll take those two. Out of anybody, it would be Amari because Amari's still coming off of. First off, Buffalo didn't really use him like that. I didn't understand why, but he's still like Amari's still good.
Block, though?
No, but that's
the thing about.
I'm not going to say he's the best.
Run block.
Amari is too, even though that's not like his forte. I've seen him do it, especially think about Cleveland. When he was in Cleveland, you had Nick Chubb. He had to block.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I just know Steelers are going to be run first, so whoever wide receiver 2 is going to have to block because DK is going to demand his target.
You know what's crazy? Artie said we're not going to be because we signed A-Rod for a reason, but I think we're still going to predicate a lot of them.
You're going to do a lot of
That thunder was crazy.
It didn't pick up. You're good.
Dude.
Yeah,
it's making my lights flicker.
Maryland, people.
Yeah, it's making my lights flicker.
Nasty day here in Maryland. But anyways, I think you guys are going to run the hell out of the ball because Aaron Rodgers, I think, now we're not going to argue this, but has an argument to be the GOAT of play action pass. So, and Arthur Smith loves
getting
to
the
call,
ball out quick.
Mm-hmm. Arthur Smith loves to call play action
pass. Yeah.
So I think you're going to still run the ball a shit ton. I just think you're going to be better on your throwing attempts.
And also, what's one thing that Arthur Smith couldn't do that's very much featured in the Arthur Smith offense that Russ couldn't do? Throw in the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah.
A-Rod, that's his bread and butter. Crossers, seams, that's already A-Rod likes to throw. So I think as far as the matchup, I think it's good. As long as A-Rod can give me second half of the season last year, A-Rod will be pretty decent.
You just need 28-10.
Yeah. If you give me 28-10, I'll be happy. But if it's second half of the season, 28-10, not first half when they were getting smacked up even by us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But speaking of getting smacked up, the congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. They signed a stadium before they signed either of their edge rushers.
Dude.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they agreed to stay in Cincinnati through 2040 something.
Jeez.
So shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals for signing a stadium before they signed either edge rusher.
I mean, to each his own, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow said he's not upset about what's going on with the contract situation.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not.
I think he just has to say that. Joey's not going to
say that.
Joey's not going to say anything crazy.
Joey
that's
wants
just
his
who
guys.
He is. Yeah. He's not going to say anything crazy. But my thing is also, this is a conversation for another time. But if Joey wanted to get everybody, Joey should have took a little cut. That's all I'm just saying. Joey reset the market. That's on Joey. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he wasn't worth it, especially for them, because without him, they would be worse than the Browns, I feel. But,
Yeah, speaking of resetting the market, the Ravens have opened up negotiations with Lamar Jackson on an extension, and I think we might have to pay him $120 million a year to keep him.
I think he legitimately might get a $300 million contract.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he might reset the market.
Dude, he might. Especially after that crap that y'all put him through just to get this contract.
Whoa.
Y'all put him through some crap, bro.
We did not put him through crap. He put himself through that.
No, man.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes,
no,
he
no,
did.
no.
Yes, he
Especially
did.
with you telling me after you guys put him on that tag that nobody wanted him. Tell me there wasn't collusion.
No, it definitely was. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing is that he was holding out for what Deshaun got, and the Ravens were like, no, we're not giving you that. That's why when Jalen Hurts signed, the Ravens were like, look, we can give you this plus $10 million. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We did not do that.
But that's after he realized that everybody was like, because Deshaun, like you said, again, conversation for another time, but I'll go on just a quick tangent. Deshaun, and I think you'll agree, Deshaun's contract changed the way GMs think. After that, it was, oh, no, we're not. And especially the Kirk Cousins deal and Deshaun's deal, we're like, okay, there's no more fully guaranteed contracts here. Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah. But especially the Deshaun stuff because of what he did afterwards, after the fact.
Yeah, shout out Justin Tucker getting a $230 million fully guaranteed contract with the Cleveland Browns. Anyways, yeah, so apparently the sides have opened negotiations. There's not really much on how that's going, but can we please get this done a lot faster than we did last time? I would like to think that now that Lamar's a paid man, we can just be like, all right, come on. Let's
just add something on top of it.
Especially because Josh Allen just signed this offseason. I think the Ravens can do what they did with Jalen Hurts and be like, hey, Josh got this. You want $10 million more? And Lamar's going to be like, you got it.
Yeah.
So I'm praying that's what happens because I'm fine with it because it's only a less than $10 million raise than what we're already paying him. Mm-hmm. So I can live with that. But another player that is having contract dispute, and This is so shocking to me because it came out of nowhere. I guess because like we heard about the whole like edge rushers and quarterbacks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When did Terry McLaurin get unhappy?
It's my thing is, you heard that?
I heard that,
dude.
We're
my thing is,
we're cutting it out, people.
Yo,
we're cutting it out.
That's crazy. My thing is, Terry, for what he's done for the franchise, deserves to get paid. I'm not
arguing that.
I feel like no. I'm just saying. I'm prefacing
okay.
why he's probably unhappy. I probably should have said that ahead of time.
Yeah.
I feel like he's unhappy because of how much blood, sweat, and tears. He didn't complain. Terry's one of those ones. He's like Amari Cooper in the sense of he's just going to work. He'll talk a little bit only if you're talking to him. But other than that, Terry's going to work, and he's just going to let his play show.
Look at the quarterbacks he had to deal with.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You've never have I ever heard anything about Terry getting in trouble. Terry complaining to the media about the quarterback situation. I've heard him saying something about losing. That's who doesn't, because you're a competitor.
Everyone
You want to
complains
lose.
about
That's
losing.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's different. That's the.
But
owner.
he's never complained about ownership, about even though they sucked. Never complained about the quarterback situation. He's been a model citizen in the community. So like, I can understand why you feel some type of way.
But it's like Commanders, like Jaden Daniels could be that guy. Like you don't want him to take a step back like Stroud did.
Yeah,
pay the man.
Either you can get Jaden on it if you want to. You can sign Jaden early and get him for a discount.
Even though he's not eligible for 2 years.
Even though he's not eligible. But you can still start negotiations and get it, to a certain point by now. As far as, like they did with Pat Mahomes. Because after Pat Mahomes' second year, extension. Next year, you know what I'm saying? If you wanted to do that. But pay Terry while you still got Jaden on this rookie contract.
I don't know why this is a debate. I don't know
This,
why they won't
I don't
do
understand
it.
why they're...
Just
well,
do it.
Even though their ownership is better, this still just proves that they're cheap. Them and the Bengals, I don't know who's worse, man.
3 years, $96 million total. Who says no? That's 32.
Not Terry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
that's not top of the line, but that's also above what DK Metcalf got, and I think Terry's better than DK, in my opinion.
Terry's definitely better. I think he's better than DK.
So, 3 for 96, guarantee like 75 to 80 of it.
Yeah.
Who says no?
Yeah. I would say talent-wise, DK's better, but it's to the consistency.
Yes.
It's the consistency. We all know DK's one of those receivers will disappear in the big game.
Any route.
Yeah, but he'll disappear in the big game. I'm talking about DK. I'm not talking about Terry.
Oh, I was talking about Terry.
No, I was talking
Terry
about
gets
DK.
open on any route.
DK's route tree is kind of limited.
Streak.
It's
slant.
Streak, slant, crosser, streak, slant, crosser, streak, slant, crosser, occasional seam.
There's a corner in there every now and then.
There definitely is a corner in a stop route because he likes the little stop and then stiff arm somebody to the ground. He got the George Pickens route tree. We just got George Pickens, but George didn't run a lot of routes. Yeah, just better. But Terry can run every route in the tree. He's not as fast as he once was, but he still gets open down the field. He's probably
Adam Thielen can get open. He can get open.
Between him and Jettas, he might be the best contested catch receiver in the league.
Okay.
Contested catch.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Have you? I know you've seen them Commanders games.
No,
Terry comes down with everything. Yeah.
But when you said between him and Jettas, I was like.
I mean, as far as contested catches, between those two, I haven't seen any receivers in the league catch contested balls like them, in big moments. I'm
trying to think of active ones. I can't think of active.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Jamar, yes, but Jamar's more of like a rat guy, so I'm not putting him out there. That's what he can do it. I've seen him do it, but on a consistent basis, I've only seen like Terry and like Jettas. And like you got like your T. Higgins and stuff, but I'm not counting them. I'm talking about
Nuke. You forgot about
Nuke.
Nuke.
Oh yeah, Nuke Hopkins too. Nuke Hopkins too. He still can every now and then, but Nuke Hopkins too. But yeah, as far as just contested catches, Terry's up there. Hands, Terry's up there. Route running, Terry's up there. So I think it's just his all around game is consistent. I think you just got to pay the man for it. And I think he's one of those receivers. He's been Iron Man. He's had 1,000 yards each season of his career. He's older because he was 24 his rookie year. So
because he was buried on that Ohio State.
That's what I'm saying. He's 24 his rookie year, so he's 30. But I think that can also be an argument for him having some longevity since he didn't get on the field until he was older. Didn't get that many touches.
You mean to tell me he doesn't got 3 good years left?
That's what I'm saying. And if he takes care of his body even more, receivers can age gracefully.
Well, no, I'm just talking about just the life of this extension. You mean
yeah,
to tell
he
me
definitely
he
has
can't
3.
outlive that?
He
That's
can
what
play
I'm
till
saying.
he's
Like,
32,
what are we
33.
doing?
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Just do it.
But man, speaking of just doing it, Darren Waller's like, you know what? This couch isn't really that comfy anymore. I could do it one more year. This is gonna sound terrible, but this is just what I think based off of what we know about Darren Waller. I think he might be broke, which is why he got back off of the because like
you know why that alimony from Kelsey Plum.
We're not getting into it. But
we're not gonna get into it.
That's worse. That's a worse fumble than Zay Flowers in the AFC Championship.
And it's all his fault.
100%.
She said, "I tried to support him." My thing is, and we all know,
just wanted to be a rapper.
It's not even just that. We know that he just deals with some stuff.
I think he's got CTE.
He's dealt with some stuff in his head.
Well, yeah.
I think even before football, he's always had like mental health problems.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's just what it is. Hopefully, prayers up to him. I hope, he can find the help that he needs. God bless. But
hey, hopefully he's not playing because he's broke. Hopefully he's playing because he wants
hopefully
to play
it's
football.
just because
he wanted
to get away. Yeah, he just wanted to get away from the Giants, which I understand.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Even though I think they're going to be decent, but I think it's just like, yeah, let's get away from that because I've been there for too long while they sucked, which I understand.
Yeah, 1 year, $5 million. Darren Waller going down to Miami, filling that tight end void that they just. So they only saved $7 million by getting rid of Jonnu, and I think that's a pretty significant downgrade in play.
It's a downgrade, but as far as monetarily, that's a significant save. You can use that to get somebody else.
Yeah, but we'll see what's left of him. If it's old Darren Waller,
if he's in shape, he's still going to be decent.
Yeah,
we just don't know if he's in shape.
Coming out of retirement shape, then
he's not going to be in football shape. You were gone for you know what I mean?
A whole year.
Yeah, so you're not going to be in football shape. But if you're in shape to the point where you're not going to chuck everything up when you're doing a physical, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. All right, that was the last piece of NFL news, and since we just finished talking NFL, as I mentioned in the preview, that this week's edition of Throw a Flag on the Take when you hear a player better than, this week is the Kyler Murray edition.
Ooh, I love this one.
So what better time than now?
Oh, I love this one. We
finally
got a football one. Let's go.
Yeah, for those who are new, there's a player that's named after each edition, and it's just off of their last season's production, not what their potential is. Like, it's a 1-year rental based off their last season's production. Who would you rather have? One of the 10 versus the player edition. This week, Kyler Murray.
It's a good one.
So 1 and 2, I try to keep pretty light, pretty obvious in my opinion who you'd rather have. 10 is like, if you pick the edition player over like 9 and 10, then we gonna have some debates.
I was checking Kyler's stats from last year too. 21 and 11, not terrible. 93 rating.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We good. Yep.
All right. So number 1, and I'm doing this purely to piss you off. Russell Wilson.
Kyler.
Well, no, I know, but we just have
yeah, just to trigger me. Oh, he's awful. Okay. Russ is not what he was. Again, so for those who don't know, me and Cole are in an ongoing debate whether Russ is a Hall of Famer or not.
He's not.
I say he is. Cole says he isn't.
Not a chance.
But that's just the debate. I mean, a lot of people think he is. A lot of people think he isn't. It's just one of those things where you're on either side.
I think he played his way out of it, for those who are wondering why.
And I don't think you can do that unless I think off the field stuff triggers that. For me, it's not on the field stuff, because if you just drop off a cliff, you just drop off a cliff. Like,
it means Joe Flacco's a Hall of Famer.
I don't think so.
It's the same thing.
Because I don't think, listen, do you ever think in your career that Joe Flacco has ever touched the heights of Russell Wilson's play?
I think they both have been top 5, yes.
You think Joe Flacco's been top 5?
At one point in time, yes.
Okay, we're going to have this conversation another day. We're going to have this conversation another day.
You're severely underestimating the peak Joey Flack.
Yeah, you talking about that one playoff run.
No, I'm talking about 2011 and 2012, both those seasons, bro. Check the tapes.
Top 5's crazy, though, Cole. I'm not saying he was top 10. I don't know if I can give you top 5.
I think him and Russell Wilson were like neck and neck for like a solid 4 years.
But then after that, Russ soared until like 2021, maybe 2022. We're talking about a dude who was averaging like 35, 40 touchdowns for like 6, 7 years in a row.
So was Joey Flack.
Only person who was more efficient. No, I think has Joe ever thrown for 40 in a season?
40 touchdowns?
Yeah.
I would be shocked if he didn't.
Nah, Joe's never thrown for 40 in a season.
Bro, you are severely underestimating Joe Flacco.
No, Joe's never thrown for. Yeah. Joe's thrown 14, 21, 25, 20, 22, 19, 27, 14, 20, 18, 12.
Bro, he
6,
still was spinning
6,
it, though.
3, 5, 13.
He's got
12.
46,000 passing yards.
He's played. I'm not saying that. But as far as play on the field, you're not telling me that he even touched Russell Wilson's heights. If you're saying that Joey's a Hall of Famer, then you got to say that he is.
I'm saying neither of them are.
I can't agree with that. Okay, but this turned into a whole different debate. All right, let's get back. Let's get back on track. 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 I'm taking Kyler. I'm keeping my flag. I'm keeping my flag.
This is why I put it on.
You know we're gonna go somewhere after this.
This was gonna
Jeez.
happen.
Okay. Go ahead. We just spent 5 minutes. We just spent 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
All right, number 2, and he looked a lot better last year than his rookie year. Bryce Young.
Still taking Kyler.
For sure. He looked a lot better though.
Yeah, still taking Kyler. He did look in the second half. The first half was still rough, but the Panthers started winning some games.
Yeah, for sure. Now this next one, small sample size last year, but I thought he looked pretty decent.
Okay.
This is also purely just to trigger you. Justin Fields.
Still taking Kyler. You know how I feel about the Justin Fields thing. I just felt like
he should have had more runway.
I felt like he was a good manager. I felt like he's not the greatest passer, so there's only so much you can do on the offense with Justin Fields. Kyler has an arm. Kyler can throw. Kyler is accurate.
Kyler's severely underrated.
He's just his accuracy is great. It's just for
he's
Kyler.
On a shitty team.
Yeah, it's also his pocket presence because sometimes he gets skittery. Because
you tell me one year he's had an offensive line. You tell me 1 year he's had an offensive
never.
line.
He's never had an offensive line.
That's why he's so like jittery in the pocket because he's like, oh shit, it's collapsing.
Yeah, that's my only knock with Kyler is that when he gets pressured, it's kind of raps. Like sometimes he'll stand in and he'll throw a dart. Justin Fields is completely different. Justin Fields is just not a good passer. Like you would think at 26 years old that he would have evolved already, but he did not.
Ruined him.
He did not take the Lamar Jackson trajectory, sadly. Yeah.
They ruined him.
Yeah, I'm taking Kyler.
All right, moving on to number 4, we start turning the heat up.
Mm-hmm.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Kyler. And I'm not saying that Tua is bad. I think Tua is a decent starting quarterback. I just think Kyler is more versatile. I feel like I'm not saying Kyler can run every freaking system, but I feel like Tua can only run that West Coast, get the ball out of your hands fast. Yeah, he's not extending plays. He's not getting out of the pocket like Kyler. He's not extending plays for a first down with his legs. He's very much, I'm getting the ball out quick to my playmakers, which is not a knock. He's very accurate, and that's his game. But Kyler can do more. Kyler's more versatile. He's more talented, better arm. I can go on, but
that's
Kyler.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, now this name I'm about to say for number 5. This is.
I feel like you're about to say T-Law.
No, he would have been earlier.
Okay.
No, this is the true epitome of you only base it off of their last year production, and it's a 1-year rental. I think you know where this is going.
Sam?
Yep. But see, this is the name of the game. It's based only off of the last year's production, and it's only a 1-year rental. It's the name of the game. I don't want to
knock anything from Sammy.
It's the name
of the game. That Vikings team is so great. I gotta throw the flag. I got to. If we're going strictly off of last year alone, I gotta go Sammy. I gotta throw the flag. Now, if you're asking me if I'm building a team, who would I rather have? It's Kyler. But if we're going off of production and play last year, Sam played a lot better. He played a lot better than Kyler last year.
You'd rather have Sam.
Going Sam.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going Sam. I'm throwing the flag.
I could have seen this one going either way.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like I said, to build a team, give me Kyler. But just off of production and
1-year
play
rental,
last year, definitely Sam.
And then this next one, number 6, also he's over and underrated, but this one, shout out, this one is purely for ESPN and Stephen A. Smith. Dak Prescott.
Give me Dak. I'm throwing a flag.
Really?
Dak's a dog, bro. Dak's a dog. And I think he's such a scapegoat for Dallas. I'm not saying he hasn't had his stinkers, because he has. I think he's Kirk Cousins, but a little better.
Do you remember Tony Romo being debated as much as Dak Prescott?
No.
I don't either. Like, no. Dak's debated 24/7.
Because Dak is always, like, on the cusp of being elite. but he's just very good.
I guess like Tony, we knew what we had.
Yeah, like Dak will give you flashes where he looks top 5, and then give you flashes where he looks bottom 20, like crazy work, like Trevor Lawrence bad, like yeah. So like I think I'm taking Dak. I think Dak's better. I'm throwing a flag. I think
You're
Dak's
starting
better.
to throw him a little earlier.
Yeah, I think Dak's better. Like who would you take? I'm curious who would you take in this situation. I really think Dak's better. Dak's a dog. He's put up
I would
numbers.
just love to see Dak not under the spotlight of Dallas.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Dak would be perfect with Pittsburgh if his contract ever goes up in Dallas.
I just want to see how he would play like when he's not under that much scrutiny.
Mm-hmm. Because the dude's been through so much, and he seems like such a genuine good
It's
dude.
only getting worse.
I would love to see him somewhere else where he could just get a fresh start. And just
literally, like every 0.2 seconds, how does that affect Dak Prescott's legacy?
But you got to think about the team as well. It's the Cowboys. We know so many old heads. They call them America's team for a reason. Even though nobody likes them, a lot of the populace of the U.S. is Cowboy fans. So
you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. And their media low-key reminds me of like New York media. Like
it is.
They criticize their players.
They don't give a damn.
Either they completely love you, or they're gonna dog you out.
Yeah. Now this one I put number 7. You might be a little lower on this guy, but this guy is just a junkyard dog in my opinion.
Okay.
Old Baker Mayfield. Baby.
I'm taking Baker.
Junkyard.
I'm taking shake and bake, baby.
Dog.
I'm taking shake. What is that? This might be 5 out of 10. This might be 5 out of 10.
Shout out to Connor. You're putting a pounding on Kyler Murray.
Listen. Pause. I can finally say pause. Bake's a dog, man. He's turned it on.
I love Baker so much, bro.
If I
Baker's a dog.
Again, talent-wise, I'd probably still choose Kyler, but just to do it, build a team, and like have that moxie, have that dog in you, want your team to ride for you, it's Baker.
Dude.
Kyler's whiny, bro.
Dude, Baker got like Dan Campbell syndrome. Like I'd run through a brick wall for Baker Mayfield.
Dude, yeah, that's a good shout. Good shout.
He gets me fired up. I love.
Yeah, good
Baker.
shout.
Baker,
good shout. I'm picking Baker.
If anyone who knows Baker or Baker himself listening to this, A, thank you. B, Baker, we are massive fans of you, dog.
I'm picking Baker.
Absolute weapon. Yeah.
Shake and bake, baby.
If I didn't have Lamar Jackson on my team, I'd be petitioning for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, dog. Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
All right, number 8, I put this guy on here. Now, I also might be higher on him than you, but he's also extremely debated. Justin Herbert, who also might have his own addition someday because he's a very debatable player. Justin Herbert.
You know I'm not a fan of Herb, but I'm going to take Herb.
Okay. I was wondering where you were on the spectrum.
I'm not really a fan of Herb. I don't think he's bad by any means. I think he's a good quarterback. I think they need to put a little bit more talent around him.
I feel like that's coming.
Yeah, I think I'll look at him in a different light if he gets a little bit more help. I think he's good, but he's not too much of an elevator. Like I think he does well with what he has.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the Mike Williams and the Keenan Allens anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Ladd's a dog. I'm not gonna rag on Ladd.
Yeah,
Ladd's good.
for sure,
but outside of Ladd, he doesn't have much. So I gotta I'm gonna take him though because he's still a talented guy. He's good.
I'd rather have Justin Herbert than Kyler
I'll take Justin. Yeah.
Now this last guy, you and I both know what this dude's capable of. I don't give a damn how his last season was. CJ Stroud. You and I both know what he's capable of.
It's a good debate just based off of last season. Ooh. This is the best one on the list.
Damn. No, that's on me. Hand up.
This one got me stuck. That's because I'm a CJ fan too, but I know you're definitely a CJ fan. I'm thinking. This is tough, man. I'm just thinking. Man, give me
Unk's in a spot.
I'm in a spot, bro. Like this is harder than I thought this was gonna be. You know what I'm thinking about it.
Damn, I should have put Stroud earlier.
You should have. This is hurting me.
See, I thought he would have been a slam dunk.
It's just like I'm weighing him really bad off last year, but I'm also like it wasn't all his fault. Like his team was dookie, and I was
the injuries and The coordinator got fired.
It
The
hurts
offensive
me.
line regressed.
I'm gonna say CJ.
Oh.
It's just hurting me.
I
But
thought
I'm
you were going to
thinking
set the
about-
record for the latest no flag.
No, because I'm thinking, CJ, as far as like under pressure, is really good. And he can still get out of the pocket and escape. He's tall. He still has
He's
a good enough
cerebral.
arm. He's cerebral. He has a good enough arm. Give me CJ.
He's another
That's a hard
kid
one.
that another quarterback you'd want to run through a wall for.
Yeah, and I love his character. I love the fact that he loves God. He's an easy guy to root for.
Dude, he has got to be one of the sweetest human beings on the planet.
So I'm gonna go CJ. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
CJ.
And then this
That's a
last
tough
one, number 10. I feel like D Wade lobbing it up to you, LeBron. So here, I'll lob it up. You ready?
Yeah.
You can yam it home.
It better not be like Josh Allen.
No.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it, Jaden Daniels. That's a good. Do the D Wade, bro. Do the D Wade. Do the D Wade.
Yeah, that one I put at number 10
that's
because
an easy one.
I knew that was
That's
an
an
easy
easy
one.
one.
I couldn't do no Josh Allen or Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson. That's
that's an
way
easy
too
one.
easy. But
Yeah, I was hoping
Jaden's
you
a
didn't
fun
go
one.
that far into the spectrum. I was like, okay.
Jaden's a fun one. Just
Hey, hear me out real quick. Not a debate. I just want to get your quick thoughts. Where do you got Baker
What do you mean?
as far as ranking?
Ooh, let's look at the ESPN.
I'm not gonna lie. Numbers wise, you
I
could
need to
rank
see-
Bake top 5.
I need to see all of the teams in front, like all 32 in front of me, just so I can don't forget about anybody.
Because other than Lamar and Joey B, who are both top
Josh.
5. No, I'm saying as far as touchdown passes, nobody had over 40 except for those two.
Oh, I thought you were talking about top 5.
No.
Josh is
As
definitely
far
top
as
5.
those two, I'm just saying numbers wise, he has an argument for top
minimum,
5.
absolute bare minimum. You could not convince me anything else. Bare minimum number 9. Bare
So top 10 for sure.
bare minimum number 9.
You can make an argument for him in the top 5. Numbers wise.
I'm sitting between 6 and 7 because in no order: Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, Burrow. That's when things get tricky. I think Jalen Hurts now has an argument.
I'm putting Hurts up there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We're already at 5. Hypothetically, Bake. Who am I missing?
Jordan Love, you could put up there.
No.
I don't know if I put him like top 15ish. I don't know if I would put him top 10 yet.
Some people would say Jaden Daniels. Some people say Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But then you're
Well,
starting
if
to
you're
get-
saying them, I think you could put J Love in there then. I think you could.
I need
I
it
think
more
you could.
consistent. I need it more consistent. At his
I think you
peak, yes.
could.
If he plays at his peak more consistently, I'm here for it.
I get what
He's
you're
not,
saying.
He's not consistent.
He's a little streaky, yeah. I see. What you mean.
right now, I have Jared Goff over Jordan Love.
Whoa.
That's purely because of consistency.
You know ball though. You know ball. Jared Goff's a good shout out.
And before you say it in the comments, asshole, I know he threw 5 picks in Houston. I'm not talking about that game.
He still had a great year.
I'm talking about, besides that game, the rest of the season, Jared Goff.
I think people forget he was the number 1 pick and Jeff Fisher was his first coach and that's why he sucked.
I forgot about Jeff Fisher. What a pull.
As soon as he got McVay, what happened? He was great.
Dog. Yeah.
And then he's been great ever since.
Yeah. So I have Jared Goff above Jordan Love, but they're in that range.
I get that. Fair enough.
So all right. So let's cover the NBA free agency that went down. Not the biggest names ever, so we can probably fly through these because we'll do the big ones first. So the biggest piece of news, in my opinion, from the last almost 24 hours, the Bucks cut Damian Lillard so they could sign Miles Turner to a 4-year, $107 million.
Yeah, this one.
I love the signing of Miles Turner. I cannot believe, dude, I could never in my life imagine Damian Lillard being cut. I can see him being a free agent, wanting out and wanting to leave in free agency. I can never in my life imagine Damian Lillard being cut. That's crazy. It's Dame Dollar.
It leads me to think that there was something behind the scenes because he even came out and said, "I was happy. I'm happy to be really whatever he said."
Yeah.
He had a
Giannis
quote that
was
came
not
out that said he was
happy
happy.
about
Yeah.
Giannis
So I don't-
was not happy.
But that's also my thing. If Giannis wasn't happy, was there conversations behind the scenes between Giannis and Dame? I know they never had beef. I know that they were
didn't
good.
Think about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Milwaukee's thinking, okay, he's 35, tore his Achilles. He's probably cooked. He's not worth his money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're probably thinking. They probably didn't tell Giannis because Giannis was the one that wanted Dame in the first place.
Let me see how far this extension cord goes.
You're good, bro.
Sorry.
You're good.
1 second.
But yeah, so bringing in Miles Turner. I love the move. It's a win now move. He's worth the money. He's a great player. I don't care how he played in the finals. Before that, he played good. So, very interesting to see. If they trade Giannis, then was the signing really worth it? But we'll find out about that.
Turn this way.
SGA got the biggest deal
that Supermax, baby. Yeah.
$71.25 million a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Good for him, though.
He deserves
it. For sure. Yeah. Nikhil Alexander-Walker gets 4 years, $62 million with
the
Hawks.
Who's this? I don't know him. Who's this?
He was a very, very, very good role player for the Timberwolves. He was a guard. He used to play for the Pelicans, got traded up to the Timberwolves.
He younger, older?
In mid-20s, late 20s.
Okay, he's still fairly young then.
Yeah. So he got his bag. We knew this was coming. He's a big rotation. He's like, remember how Dante DiVincenzo was to the Knicks?
Heck yeah.
That's what kind of Nikhil was to the Timberwolves.
Okay, cool.
So him leaving is, but they don't got the money because they got to pay old Rudy Gobert's bitch ass. Mm-hmm. All right. Keep on moving with that. Shout out the Hawks. They got a lot better in this free agency. Denver traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson, who played for Brooklyn. I love this trade for the Nuggets because Cam Johnson's a way better player and on a cheaper deal than Michael Porter Jr. Yeah. So shout out Denver getting better.
I like Michael Porter Jr., but yeah, I definitely would prefer.
Ever since he injured his back, he's just never been the same.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell signs with the Mavericks, 2 years, $13 million. He's gonna be their starting point guard while Kyrie's
D'Angelo's still
out.
Serviceable. You know, there's
a reason
he's a nice little plug-in. Point guard. He's gonna distribute the ball.
But he had the world on fire with the. Oh boy, when he came out of college with that shit. Oh boy,
I was doing
Everybody was hitting.
Yeah,
me too.
I was
Everybody was hitting it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, shout out D'Lo still being in the league. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets a max extension,
so
that's why they had to trade Desmond Bane to free up the money for this.
Yeah.
So, it's the whole old phrase from Bill Belichick: "Your team didn't get better; it just got more expensive." So, but Jaren deserves it. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Jaren Jackson.
I'm not gonna argue that. It's just now they're paying him and Josh, so this will be interesting.
That was my thing. With them paying, I thought one of them was gonna go. I truly did.
I thought Ja was going to go.
I thought because I saw a lot of stuff about Ja on the trade market, so I thought that he was going to go too. I thought one of them for sure was definitely going to go. More so Ja, just because of what's been going on with the controversy.
There's still time. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know what his trade market's like because of that off the field stuff or off the court stuff. Jordan Clarkson, the Jazz tried to trade him, couldn't trade him. They cut him. He signs with the Knicks. That is a very underrated pickup for him.
Very much so.
Very underrated. I like that move a lot.
I like Jordan Clarkson.
Multiple time Sixth Man of the Year award winner. So shout out to them. And this is another underrated move. Like if you know ball, shout out B-Lou. He's gonna know this move. Dorian Finney-Smith signing 4 year, $53 million with the Rockets. Rockets giving out big cash.
He's probably happy. I'll talk to him later on about it.
Because most people are like, Dorian Finney-Smith, why is that a big move? Because he's the role player. Like he's not a star. He's not going to give you 25 points a game, but he's going to give you a solid 20 minutes a game. He's going to come out, give you like 14 points a game, play some defense. He's a good spacer.
I meant to tell you too. So remember after the KD trade, and we were talking about B-Lou's reaction?
Yeah.
Update for you. He's not that pressed about Jalen Green.
Really? A lot of people aren't, but I think
pressed.
Devin Booker will get the best out of him.
Yeah, he's not that pressed about Jalen Green.
And also, we'll see how the center they took at number 10 turns out. Oh, I can never get his name right. The dude from Africa that played for Duke. I
know who you're talking about. I don't know the dude's name either, though.
A very great story.
Still can't believe Cooper Flag.
Him and Jalen Green, how they turn out will determine. Now, if the Rockets win a ring, this is all mute points. It doesn't matter how they turn out. They could be Hall of Famers. The Rockets still win the trade.
Rockets will still be decent.
Yeah, but how these two turn out in their careers and how long they play for the Suns versus how Kevin Durant does, I'm interested to see how that goes.
Very much so.
Another one. This is just fun, just because I love his nickname. Our boy B-Ball Paul getting 2 years, $11 million with the Detroit Pistons. Yes, sir, B-Ball Paul, Sixer draftee. The Sixers signed a couple guys that were like Trendon Watford. They got that was a cheap deal. Like we didn't really get any needle movers.
I feel like you guys always do this though.
I just want them to trade Paul George and Joel Embiid. Oh. I would love for them to sign Damian Lillard, but we'll see.
That would be something.
All right. Well, Mother Nature is suggesting that this episode comes to an end. So if you've listened all the way through, A, thank you. That's huge for our growth. B, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you are, because clearly if you listened all the way through, you enjoy the content. But Jordan, you got anything left before we get out of here?
As always, we appreciate you guys just supporting us. We just continue to grow, man. We really appreciate the support from you guys, friends, family, subscribers. We see you guys as family too, because you guys are helping us, achieve something great. I want to give flowers to my guy as always. As you guys know, Cole works very, 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 very hard. Very proud of this guy right here. This is my brother. Blood couldn't make us closer. I love this guy to death. And I'm just happy. I wouldn't do it with anybody else. So you guys just please support, put a lot into this. We do it for you guys too. So whatever you want to see from us, just let us know in the comments.
The comment section is always open.
Hit us in our DMs. If you know us personally, hit us on our personals too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, just thank you guys and appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, we are at 156 subscribers at time of recording. So I would love for us to get to anywhere between 2 and 250 by 1 year. That's the goal. So go ahead, guys, run it up. But hey, flag throwers, hey, Jordan, I love you, big dog. Doing this with you is what makes this all worthwhile and why I work so hard on it, because I enjoy it so much. But flag throwers, you know how we end this. No, we are not. We'll see y'all next week. See ya.